Actually, one of Cassie's posts on Instagram that's still on her Instagram page now, and talked about domestic violence is the issue, saying that this was about domestic violence, a theme that the defense has brought up from the beginning of this trial, and it was not about sex trafficking, trying to reframe that Sean Combs, just like Teddy Garrigo said in the opening statements, is a flawed man, an indefensible man, but the allegations in which he's being accused of are not things that he's done.
Can you tell us more about the attorney who presented today's closing argument?
Mark Agnifilo is the lead attorney in this case. You might have seen him in the Nexium case as well. He's well known throughout the Southern District of New York and in federal court cases. He did the closing arguments here. And if Agnifilo makes or sounds familiar to you, Karen Agnifilo, his wife, representing Luigi Mangione, but we'll kind of move on from that. He gave the arguments here at the end of the trial.
Okay, so the federal prosecutors have argued that the video of Combs dragging Ventura is sort of it's the linchpin moment of this case, right? The defense had a really different spin on this today.
So, interestingly enough, even if you look at Jane Rosenberg, she is the sketch artist here writing about this. Sean Combs has a cell phone in his hand, and what the defense is arguing here is that this is about getting a cell phone, whether it be Cassie or Sean Combs' back, and that when he had the opportunity to get the phone, he took it and left, even reframing the idea that he didn't throw the vase at Cassie, instead throwing the contents of the vase, the flowers, still a bad thing, and the vase fell at his feet. And it wasn't that he was trying to drag her back to a freak-off. In fact, when Israel Flores came up with the security guards, he's saying that he can see Cassie saying, get back to the room, get back to the room. Agnifilo making the argument that there was no danger back in the room, there was no freak-off in the room. This is about jealousy, this is about that phone.
Okay, what does the defense attorney want these jurors to take away from everything that they heard?
So, all of the predicate acts, right? He didn't kidnap anyone. He didn't obstruct justice. He didn't bribe anyone. Each and every time, giving a piece of evidence and giving his rendition, his version of why this wasn't a racketeering conspiracy, why these were not predicate acts, ultimately walking through each and every charge and explaining about the lack of credibility of some of the witnesses, how they might have exaggerated or lied in the opinion of the defense, or that the elements of the crime were not made out because it just doesn't make sense that Sean Combs is not part of a criminal enterprise, but instead a self-made billionaire.
Brian, thank you so much for being